Today I will show you a couple of easy painting ideas for bookmarks. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and book author. Welcome to my studio. I use Canson Montval bookmarks. They're ready, prepared, nice, convenient size. I will be painting flowers, transparent flowers. Let's start with poppies. I use permanent red, nicely diluted. I load my brush with my pretty watery mix. I find the center of the flower, about this, set a small drop, and then I paint first petal. It's very light and delicate, and I bring everything to this center of the flower. And it's very convenient. If you have a second brush, with my smaller brush I go into the pen to grab the bold mix of the same paint, and basically I just enjoy looking how it all flows. You can of course lift. Once the first petal is completely dry, I reload my brush with my diluted red mix and I will paint another petal. I step to the left and create the petal, bringing it back to the middle, and then very carefully sliding my brush on the previous layer, I create this transparent wash. I load my brush, big brush, and I paint another petal next to this. I'm trying to be asymmetrical. It's much more interesting. And then same principle, I just create transparent wash. Then I switch to my smaller brush and bright red mix, and I touch the middle, and I can move the bookmark, the paper in different directions just to make it flow. For this small size, I prefer to use gel pens to draw the stems. So I find the middle of the flower, and instead of just drawing straight line, I add some wiggly moves here and there to make it nicer. You can play around, make a twist, and here it is, your bookmark with a poppy. Now let's paint cornflower. I use diluted mix of ultramarine blue and my smaller brush. I find the center of the flower. I set up a little dot. I begin to create the edges of cornflower. They look like a crown. 1, 2, 3. And then I bring this petal to the center. And then I glaze area inside of the petal. And then I paint another petal in the same way, the crown, 1, 2, 3, and bring it down to the middle and glaze inside. I reload my brush when necessary, or remove excess water with a paper towel. So I reloaded my brush. I can paint one more petal, 1, 2, 3, and then bring it to the middle and glaze inside. It's already looking like a cornflower, right? But now I would like to dry this part completely. Now these 3 petals are completely dry. I reload my brush with ultramarine mix. I step a little bit aside, and in the same way I'm painting a crown, 1, 2, 3, slightly overlapping, and bring it towards the middle and glaze inside, as we did before, but on the top of the previous layers. I reload my brush. I'm looking where would be nice to place another petal. 1, 2, 3, down. It's a very similar rhythm to dancing. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. Reloading my brush. And again, just find a nice spot. 1, 2, 3 down. And as a final touch, I grab a bit of ultramarine blue right from the pen, add a bit of water, and touch the middle. And just enjoying how nicely it all distributes. You can move your paper in different directions just to help a bit. The bottom of cornflower look like a cone. We can also paint this. I will add sap green, and with the tip of the brush I just create small bulb underneath cornflower. Leave some white areas around, and this is it. And then I get my gel pen, and in the same way I did with the poppy, I'm drawing the stem, not exactly straight, adding some wiggling moves, some knots, and so on. Cornflower is ready. Let's move on. Now let's paint Black-Eyed Susan. Instead of using yellow, I will use raw sienna. It will make more natural, dried on the sun hue. I dilute it. I find the center of the flower, little dot, and my flower will be slightly tilted. That's why the upper petals will be smaller. Tip of the brush, belly of the brush, release the pressure. Slightly shorter, like this. Everything I bring towards the middle. And the front petals will be a bit longer. Tip of the brush, pressure, middle. You can start both from tips of the brush or from the middle. What's more convenient to your hand? Like this, like this, like this. And then I would like to dry this part completely. Now it's dry. I reload my brush with the same mix and reminding myself where is the center of the flower. I start to create other petals on the top of the previous. Just arranging them nicely in between the previous petals. Remember, a bit shorter on the top, a bit longer on the bottom. Like this. And then I will dry it again. What's very typical for Black-Eyed Susan is the center of the flower, and I mix burnt sienna with purple, or you can also use ultramarine blue to get this deep dark color. And I repeat the same principle I did with cornflower, and I repeat the same principle I used with cornflower, but they're upside down. So I start with the tip of my brush, applying little dots around, making them a bit more dense at the middle, creating this cone like this. And I can add a bit of raw sienna at the very middle to add the feeling of depth. I'm switching to my gel pen, and I imagine how the stem will grow, and then I start to repeat the same trick as I did before. Now the bookmarks are ready. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope you learned something new. Please let me know in comments what would you like to paint next, and see you soon. Bye bye.